What's up, everybody? You guys ready for some Transworld talk? Man, we're gonna have some fun today. Oh my goodness. We're gonna be talking a lot. First of all, how's everybody going? A lot to get to, just a lot to get to. Get this out of the way real quick. No giveaway today, as you all know. The first live of the month is a Patreon only giveaway. We have a new sponsor coming on board that we've never had on, and they want to do some giveaways. What? Somehow I got a TV on. I'm not certain now. Well, that was weird. TV just randomly came on. That's weird. Hey, who's in here today? We'll get to that here in a second. Let's get in here. Steve's first in. Can't wait. Been into all the video pics. What a great time. I had a great time at Transworld. For those that don't know, I was at a Christmas convention last week, and it was awesome. It was better than last time I went. Let's go. What's up, BB? The DF's in the house. That castle is legit, and I assume you're talking about the thumbnail. Monty's here, anxious to hear what you bought and learned while at Transworld. The answer is a lot. I'm going to show several excerpts today in this live, just little snippets of video of interviews. And we're going to, one's already up on, actually, I haven't loaded that up. I was going to have it loaded up and release the same time. What am I talking about? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. You guys are going to see today snippets of interviews. I'll release every Wednesday and Saturday these interviews until I run out. Now, if you're a Patreon, on the Patreon page, you go to patreon.com, type in Christmas on Crestline, and I invite you to join our Patreon page, because if you're a Patreon member, you're going to see extras. So what happens? What do we talk about when I stop recording or stop showing the video on the YouTube channel? You guys are going to get some behind the scenes stuff. Some videos, some interviews, I just went ahead and turned the mic off real quick. Some I left it going. And you guys are going to get those longer videos on the Patreon page. So every Monday, every Wednesday, and Saturday for the foreseeable future. Chad's here. What's up, Chad? Hey, everybody. Hey, Giantano, no giveaway. I would have one today for sure. Indeed, you would have. Carl saying greetings. Hello, all. So yes, a lot to get to. I just reminded myself to write something down because you guys said something. I don't remember what that was. So, yes, it was at Transworld. For those that don't know, Transworld, we checked into the hotel in St. Louis, and they're like, hey, what are you here for? Transworld kind of gave me a real weird look. I know it's got a weird name, but it's a transition between worlds. It's had that name for decades, but it's Halloween. It's Christmas. They had escape rooms there. They did not have the axe throwers there like I thought they would. And I have one thing we'll talk about here later that was just a huge disappointment. Something that it's kind of embarrassing, actually, for Transworld, I thought, and we're going to get into that later, but something huge they lacked that they need to change. They definitely need change. What's up, Rob? Rob's here. Been here looking to hear how the light your wallet is now. Yeah. And we'll talk about that too. But that's one cool thing about being physically at Transworld is you get everybody's best discounts. So I made a purchase. Let's get to that real quick. We kind of did the recall. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? Also had the meet and greet. We had a fun time at the meet and greet. So if you're at Transworld and didn't get a chance to come by and say hi to me, shame on you. But you know what? You're gonna have another chance at Christmas Expo this year. That's right. I'll be at Christmas Expo this year. They've announced they're going to be in the Kansas City area. They announced there's two convention centers there, and I gambled and I booked rooms at both. Because surely it's going to be at a convention center. The one thing I don't like about the expo is they travel around a lot. They're in a different town every year. They don't announce what town you're in until March. And they don't announce. They'll announce the town, but not the location. So it takes some time to get there. Luckily, I booked the correct hotel. We'll be there on site. Meet and greet somebody that's usually in the chat. Was there? Not in the chat today. We'll get to that here in a minute. But first, let's get to what I purchased. Right? What did I buy? What amazed me so well that I had no choice. I saw it. I started the interview. Well, let's talk about it's a something I've never seen before, or if I have ever seen it, I would equate this with something you would see at a commercial site. So I bought a Santa Claus, I bought a snowman, and I bought a Nutcracker. They're all ranging between 5 feet and 6 feet tall, and I've never seen anything like them. They are a double sided. They're a good 2 inches wide. That's it. And they're double sided infinities. So you're looking at this. The camera doesn't capture them very great, and kind of the way it was all set up with the lighting there wasn't perfect for what I needed to be to film adequately. But you'll kind of get the gist of it. But you ever been in oh, you're right. Maybe it's just give me I'm excited. Sorry. Maybe you have this at your own house where you have a mirror here in your bathroom and you have a mirror behind you and it's an infinity. Same things with these the snowman, the Santa Claus and the Nutcracker, exact same thing. They're infinity. So you look at it and it's LED lights and they just go back forever. They don't stop. And one thing with my tree being taken by the city this last season, I need something at the forefront of my lawn. And so when people are driving by, they see, okay, there's a Christmas light show down there. The tree always afforded me the ability, the branches hung out towards the street curb, to the curb. So when you're 4 blocks down, you can still see the lights. I needed something to replace that. These do the trick because I can have them on the sidewalk area, even though I don't have sidewalk. But you can see them as you're driving, and they won't block the house view. So let's get to that real quick. Let me pull up this video, and this is from Direct Express. It'll be the next video that I have going out. This coming Wednesday you'll get the whole video on YouTube, and then the Patreon folks will get about an extra 30 seconds. So I left the video going, but I turned the audio off, and we'll get to what kind of audio I had. I use special audio for this event. So let's get to that real quick. We pull up that, and it's only 57 seconds long, so no, pretty short. Howdy, folks. Charlie here from Christmas on Crestline, and with me today is Jaime. Jaime, nice to meet you, Jaime.
Nice to meet you.
Can you tell the folks who you are and what you do?
Hi, guys. My name is Jaime. My company name is Direct Export. The items that you see here, these are called our infinity lights. They're double-sided. The 3 big ones, the Santa, the snowman, and the Nutcracker that is going to be over here on this side. It is indoor, outdoor. And the smaller ones will go inside for sure. Everything comes, it's very durable to go outside. It comes with stakes, easy to put outside.
So one thing I love about these, and I've only seen them for 30 seconds, but they are something. So as a Christmas light show, you don't want to put anything too large on the street view for your tour buses and your limos that come by to block the view. But these being double-sided, you can put them vertical and they don't block your show at all. It's genius.
You don't miss it at all.
And tell me more about this. I'm excited about this. Is this a mirror in there or what is that? Now, when you look at that, it looks like each of them have weirdly designed LED lights everywhere. Nope. The LED lights are only on the outline, and then the mirrors reflect it to make it look like there's hundreds more of LED lights, but there's not. There's just the diodes that trace the outline of the prop. Now they have the little guys too. You can get them for I think as small as a foot tall. I bought the largest one that they have. 35% off there at the Transworld. I dropped $600 on almost 700. 600 and change, somewhere between 600 and 700 with the discount. So they are commercial grade items. They would normally be in amusement parks or, insert. That's what I was going to remember. I'm not thinking this part. I would only ever expect to see those in something that's a huge commercial grade show. But I bought them because they're awesome. I instantly saw those and said, yes, I must have them. I just got a kick out of them. I couldn't believe how cool they looked. Those are adorable. What's up, Ellie? How you doing today? They're breathtaking in person. They are bright. And I told I forget the name of the gal I talked to. I said, hey, I am so impressed with the fact you guys stood by with only doing 3 colors, red, green, and white in these. Bravo. You didn't try to overdo anything. You didn't try to make it look like neonish. These look amazing, and they're going to add a new dynamic to my show. They will arrive sometime in June or July. I'm hoping June, because I'm hoping I can make those part of my Christmas in July extravaganza. Indeed, they do. Oh, Shiny. Make sure we get the link. Yes. Yeah, I'll put the link in there. And I was talking to Monty. I think it was you I was talking to on our Discord. If you're not on our Discord, I invite you to come to Discord and chat. Links are down in the video descriptions for Patreon and for Discord. But we chat on there all the time. And I think it was Monty. I think it was you I was talking to about that. It's a weird link. Because they normally, like, if you have a store and you sell Christmas goods, you would buy from them directly. So they normally do wholesalers. But in the video, Jaime talks about how to buy and how to set up your account and everything. So if you're like me and just a normal residential person, you can still get your stuff. Those look great, and they are in my color scheme. Yes, they are. And think about that. Yeah, they are. And you have, yeah, they are. They're perfectly in your color scheme. I don't know if the green will match. It's kind of hard to red. Greens can kind of go off a little bit. They are wholesale. I signed up to be contacted, but have not been contacted yet because Giatano. Okay. I knew it was one of you two. It was you. Okay, it was you. Gotcha. So yes, those, so they have their tree. I should have done more about their trees. I have their trees you just kind of see the trees in the standalone video. I should have gotten a close-up of them. I didn't. They're very unique plastic. Trying to think, not Coro, heavier dutier than Coro. Anyway, they're plastic and nylon with LEDs woven into them. They are impressive. And Jaime goes on to tell, I don't think it was in that bit. Jaime goes on to tell that that's his actual favorite product. What's up, Alan? How you doing? Thanks for coming in and having a chit chat with us today. So yeah, that was just super cool. And that's what I bought. Up next, let's talk about, this dude was fun. This video probably won't come out for another 3 weeks, but this guy's fun. I wrote his name down, Kyle from Masca Design. Kyle was fun. So Kyle, you're going to see here the one of Masca's huge things, that the castle that's in the thumbnail for this live is a Masca Design. They specialize in humongous props. And they also have an LED floor. You're going to see Kyle talk about the LED floor a little bit. And later, he was so cool. Later in the standalone video, you're going to see Kyle do some dance moves, a la John Travolta Staying Alive. So let's show you Kyle's interview real quick. It too is it's about 70 seconds long, but real nice guy.
Some drive-throughs, some walkthroughs. That's right.
So what's the name of this bad boy we're looking at right
Wow, that's a great question. You know, I think the official name here, the walkthrough snowflake.
Okay.
Walkthrough snowflake ornament.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Now I'll take some other footage here in a second, but you have some LED lights here on the floor panel.
That's right. That's the dance floor. That's the dance floor. If you can see it, it's pressure sensitive, so if you step on it, it'll make a tune as well. So
really,
you know, if you slick your hair back and look like John Travolta, you might be able to do a split. So
oh, there you go.
That's right.
So it's where the speakers at? Just behind it?
Just behind it.
Okay.
Yep.
So this comes as a package?
The stepping stones come in a set of 10.
Okay.
And then it's always connectable just with an aux cord to any speakers.
Nice.
That's
nice.
Right. That's right.
So the ideal thing here is for folks to get both and just have a memorable time, get your pictures taken.
That's exactly right.
Photo op
That's
as well.
exactly right. I think the photo ops are a real big thing now. You know, people love taking their picture, post it on social media.
Yes.
And to be clear, Kyle actually does the dance moves on that LED dance floor. And he was dancing on them. They kind of got away from him. The panels did. It was, in my defense, these are designed to have a frame around them so they don't move on you when you dance on them. But the display board that he has that's inside the snow globe, if you guys remember the TV show or the movie Big, very famous dance scene when Tom Hanks and the other actor dance on the piano, the chopsticks. These all make sounds, and you can adjust the sounds. If you step on one panel, it may do one note, another panel, another note, or you can insert any audibleness. So if you want one to bark like a dog, another one a cat, another one gorilla, it can do what it has 26, I think, pre-programmed things in there, and animal noises are one of them. So real cool. What's up, Joe? Joe Wampler. How you doing, Joe? Had it. What the grew up in church with the guy with the same name. Yeah, I agree. It's good. Yeah, the castle is probably my favorite. They have just everything they had was huge, huge walkways. Just huge everything there. Let's see here. Let's do some learn Christmas lighting because that's a good segue into some more of the Transworld stuff. So we'll do one more video now, and then we'll have a chit chat, and then later at the end of the video, I'll show you 3 or 4 more videos. So I'm going to show you a bunch of excerpts today. So this next up is Learn Christmas Lighting. David from Learn Christmas Lighting. And if you guys are curious, want to know anything, information about anything you see in this little, how long is this video? This video is 72 seconds. Links down in this video's description below will give you, take you straight to David's shop. He has, I think he said he had 6,000 different items on his storefront. It's learnchristmaslighting.com, but there's a special link in this video down below. So this is David. He and I, this is where we had the joint meet and greet. His YouTube channel and my YouTube channel had a meet and greet. Here's David.
Lasers are something that continue to take off in the industry, and they can be a great way to display animations, advertisements, sponsors, all kinds of things like that if you're a commercial venue or residential. In the US, it's really important to have a legal laser and have the legal ability to use it. And when you buy a laser through us, we supply all of that for you.
That's a good call. You hear on the news all the time about, hey, there's somebody idiot pointing a laser at a plane. So yeah, you want to be careful with that stuff. What's your most popular product?
Oh, by far the Dominar beams.
Okay. Can you talk about that for a little bit? So in my ignorant point of view, I know like movie theaters and famous places. When I think movie premieres, I'm thinking the moving heads and stuff. But now they're coming to Christmas light shows and becoming more predominant.
Absolutely. They've become very popular. We've been in it longer than any other vendor on this floor. And moving heads have become really popular to put on top of your houses,
Yep.
on the ground, and just shine beams of light through the air. And this year's a really big year for moving heads because they've been gaining in popularity.
Mhm.
And now X-Lights, the software that a lot of people use,
Yeah.
there's some things in beta that are going to make it even easier to make moving heads look really good.
That laser was legit. That is, and you can make it do, if you have like a transparent image, you can upload your file to the laser and it will do whatever like if I want to do my logo, boom, it could do the logo. It could do the words of the logo. Can't do the outline of the light bulbs, but yeah, so cool. Had a lot of fun with David, and we had our meet and greet there. And David specializes basically in Domar DMX, which are freaking awesome. He had a whole setup there. So check out the link down in the video description below to take you to David. Or if no one here actually has a show, you're curious how to do what we all do, he has an academy that I'm also a member of, and link to that is down in the video description as well. So we had the meet and greet there. And who is the first person to show up? And I took one of my ceramic ornaments with me. I'm like, whoever shows up first, give him an ornament. Who shows up first, donned out in a red Santa suit? Not like a Santa Claus suit, but like if Santa wore a suit to the boardroom, red suit there, none other than Greg Peterson. His name's right there. Patreon, Greg Peterson showed up for the meet and greet. So cool to hang out with him and chat. And he kind of blew my mind a little bit. I did not know this about Greg, but Greg works for the city of Milwaukee. And Greg is part of the crew. I don't remember, Greg, if you're watching this later, leave me a comment and let me know. I don't remember if you are a supervisor or just whatever. You have something to do. I think you're a supervisor. You have something to do with putting the decorations out for the city. And he said, you know what? I use your Lightkeeper Pro video to train the city employees on how to fix Christmas lights. First thing that came to my mind is I naively just assumed when cities have displays and the lights are broken, they just threw them out there and bought a new one because they're the city. And in my ignorant mind, they have an unlimited budget. So never even dawned on me that municipalities would actually fix lights. I could see a private business fixing lights, of course, but a municipality, that's cool. So I'm a training video Yes, for the city of Milwaukee for Christmas. So if you're in Milwaukee and you're like, that guy looks familiar, because I did your training video. And you're welcome. Didn't know I did your training video, but I did. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was really cool. What's up, Seth? Trying to watch while I'm working. I appreciate that about you, Seth. That's why you're one of the good ones, because you multitask. I am a member of Lord Christmas Lighting. Boom, it's great. Simpatico, Carl. What's up, CPL in the house from across the pond? Thanks for tuning in, Angela. I appreciate that about you. Crazy Poppy Lady is done making poppies for the season. Just started with Movie Heads video last night. Oh, cool. Send him a bill. Yeah. Like the part of the trainer now. Yeah, here's my bill. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I thought that was super cool. Real nice. So I gave him the ornament. And after I started thinking, I'm like, I don't know if I think I already gave Greg an ornament. I gave out 2 ornaments to Patreon folks last year. One was the ceramic one, and one was a little square one that's kind of more of a traditional hanger. I can't remember which one I gave him. Hopefully, this is not a duplicate to you, Greg. But yeah, thanks so much for stopping by. It was awesome, and you were the first one there. And if I was, why did I not put the picture up? I'd have to go through hundreds of pictures. I apologize, Greg. You know what, Greg? In the next live, I'm going to put your picture up. I should have done that. Why would I not do that? We're here to talk about Transworld. I didn't do that. I apologize, Greg. So next week's live, Greg, I'll get the picture of us up, you, me, and David up. And you took a standalone picture of just you and me. If you'd send that to me, that'd be great. What's up, Doug? Working and watching. I appreciate that about you, Doug. Thank you so much. It's awesome. So let's see here. One thing. And again, at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about, for a few minutes actually, about something that sucked about Transworld, something that's sorely lacking at Transworld, something they need to step their game up. Which reminds me, it's St. Patty's Day this weekend. So happy St. Patty's Day, folks. For our other channel, we made a leprechaun slushy that had tryout this morning for tasting notes. So when I was at Transworld back in 21, I used a microphone that sucked. I didn't know it sucked because it works fine in 95% of my videos. But you get there and you get all this background noise. I did not even think about that when I released the videos. So this year I wanted to be prepared to get a different video. No, why get a different microphone set? And why do I bring this up now in the live? Well, I actually should. I'll put. If you're watching this back later, I'll put a link to these speakers, these microphones in the video's description. So if you want, you can click on them. I don't think I may actually have them in there now. I keep a list of equipment I use. I think actually it might have been in there. Anyway, I digress. I wanted something that would isolate the voices, something that you could actually hear the interview. Because last time at Transworld, I recorded so many more interviews that I just couldn't use because all you hear is background noise and music and whatever. So this year we switched to the wireless Go 2 by Rode, and these are freaking cool. So you have one receiver and 2 transmitters. And I bring this up because if you, I always encourage them. I don't get enough. Like Steve has a YouTube channel. Some of us have YouTube channels about doing Christmas lights. And sometimes, I guess I just got a package delivered. And sometimes our microphones suck because we're outside and you got wind and everything. These guys solve the problem. This guy just clips right here, right? And you clip it on the inside actually, so you don't inside your shirt, so you don't get the glossiness. And then the receiver, which one's the receiver? The receiver, yes, the receiver here has an LED front display and just slides onto the top of your camera and you just plug it in. This is it. That's it. That's the whole thing. This is a lapel mic, and I can isolate this from this. So if I am interviewing somebody and a guy's a soft talker, I can isolate his video, crank that volume up. If I'm too loud, and most times I am, I can crank my volume down so we kind of match a little bit. I can also it actually records the video or the audio on there, and I thought that was just freaking cool and handy. So if you're someone who has a Christmas light show or someone who just interviews people for whatever reason, I highly recommend you guys get the Rode Go 2s. And they come in this cool carrying case. And it also it's a charging case. I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that just because I'm a nerd like that, and I'm not a nerd about much. But I'm like, that was just so cool. You'll kind of see the audio changes and throughout the videos. And go back and look at my Transworld from 21 and listen to that video. You can see how much the audio transitions. So talking about Greg, talked about Rode. Oh, got a new sponsor coming up. To Sing is a Chinese light company that is going to sponsor the show, and they're going to sponsor a giveaway. And it's motion. It's not really anything for the Christmas sector. It's just something that they see me do lights and said, "Hey, can we sponsor you?" I'm like, "Yeah, sponsor a live stream." They're going to give stuff away. Going to give at least 2 sets of lights away. And I have some right here as look like it would turn out. So these bad boys are motion sensor lights for your house. They're designed to go underneath your cabinet. So when you are fumbling around for a dish or something or whatever's underneath your cabinet, these are motion sensors. They come on, stay on for 25 seconds. Pretty neat. I'm going to use them in the hallway because I already have lights like the ones behind me, the blue hue. That's actually for some lights from Nova Stella. But I already have lights underneath my cabinet like that, but I'm using them in the hallway. So I thought it was pretty cool. They range from 1700 Kelvin to 5000 Kelvin. And if you don't know, Kelvin rating is what sometimes lights will look yellow. Well, that's a low Kelvin rating. If they look blue, that's a higher Kelvin rating. 5000 is when they cross between blue and yellow. You get more of that natural light. So kind of a white light. So kind of neat. So they're going to come on, sponsor a live stream. And I believe that one, I don't have my production calendar in front of me. I think that one's on the 25th that they're sponsoring for that one. Hopefully they're not spying on us. Well, you know what? 99% of Christmas lights come from China. So I was actually talking to Canning Systems, I believe. I forget. Canning Systems, cool guy. Stacy has a great clip. I believe I mentioned that to him. I said, like, I don't know why Americans don't jump on that and have it made in America. We don't have any American made Christmas lights. And he said, labor costs. I said, okay, I get it. So, and also, anytime you recycle, if you throw your Christmas lights into a recycling bin, fun fact, they go right back to China. And China has this cool machine. If you've never watched, I forget who did a documentary on it, but it's actually very cool. About how recycling, it takes a journey with a set of recycled Christmas lights from the recycling bin all the way over to China. And they have this awesome machine that separates the copper inside from the plastic tubing, separates it, and both gets recycled and both get turned back into Christmas lights. Pretty cool. I've been throwing around the idea of making a tree for the display this year, probably 10 feet tall, and have a design and I have a designed a topper. Oh, cool. I'm drawing a blank. Who's on Discord doing the Rob, was that you doing on this Discord talking about the homemade candle lights? That's cool. I'm going to make a train engine with PVC pipe and rope lights, still figuring out. Tunnel, here's the thing. Here's what I want you to do so I can live vicariously for you. I saw a guy about 10 years ago on YouTube make a PVC roller coaster in his backyard. I'm like, that's when it dawned on me. You can make cool stuff with PVC. It never even dawned on me. So if you happen to make a cool roller coaster or cool, not roller coaster, but train track out of PVC, that'd be cool. That'd be dynamite. Dylan, what's up, Dylan? I'm hoping to make a third sleigh this year for photo ops. That's one thing I was hoping to see at Transworld. One of the things, and I did not see, is there was no legit sleigh. There were a lot of decorative sleighs, but there was not a single legit photo prop sleigh that I would trust to put out in Kansas weather season after season and for people to sit on of varied weights and sizes and age groups. Ben, that was you with the light bulb. So yes, another good reason to check out Discord is Ben is making some DIY candles that are freaking awesome. And I forget, you're lining your drive, or you're lining your front, the street side, right? I think it's the street side. You said you're gonna light up. But that's cool. I mean, if you think about it, you see candy canes everywhere. How many candles do you see lining up a road? So that's a very ingenious design you came up with. So that's one thing I love about our community is we share ideas so freely and we bounce ideas off one another. I love that about us. I do. Let's see here. See here. Oh, talk about what happened on the way to Transworld and when we got to Transworld. So on the way to Transworld, I've been to St. Louis 30 times. It's a quick 6.5 hour drive, six and a half hours. Not a problem in the world. Straight shot there up to Kansas City, slide over to St. Louis, no problem. Well, let me tell you, we had a black truck. Decided, hey, I'm just going to stop on the left shoulder of the highway because that's what I do for whatever emergency he or she had. And we're in lane number one. Lane number one, if you don't know, is the lane that's closest to the oncoming traffic. Lane number two is closest to the curb. Or for you, that might be opposite. For me, that's what I'm doing. And then he decided to pull over the shoulder of lane one. All right. 2 cars ahead of us, 1 car behind the truck. He decides, I'm going to stop in the lane because I don't know what this truck's doing. So instead of doing 70 following the road, I'm just going to come to a full and complete stop. Just like the truck that's on the curb. So the car in front of us slows very quickly, causing me to rapidly test the braking system of my wife's new car. It works amazingly. So quick glance over. Might I die if I go to this and change lanes? Nope, because I was on near an exit ramp, so I maneuvered right around them. Still had time to honk my horn the whole time. So that was almost harrowing. We came probably 8 inches from missing all the cars. So do me a favor, drivers of the world, don't pull over on the left shoulder. Pull over on the right shoulder like you're supposed to. Then a few miles down the road, I had to stop suddenly again, this time for slowing traffic. And I don't know if your car has this. My car does not, but my wife's car does. So you got the steering wheel. And if you just go like this, you have these 2 little things that if you're tapping them, let's say like you're listening to some music and you're tapping on the music, it changes the transmission. You shift gears without even trying. Did not know that was a thing. So at 70 miles an hour, I shift down into second gear manually. And my hands never left the steering wheel. I'm used to gear shifts being on the floor. So luckily, once again, we were right next to an exit. Pulled over immediately, and I said, that sucked. Hope I didn't break your new car, wife. She said, me too. So that was some fun stuff. Oh, hey, what's up, Kurt? A little late to the show this week. I appreciate you coming in. Look at you. Oh, I talked about you actually to a few folks at Transworld. We'll get to that later because I haven't shown that video yet. So we get to Transworld, get to St. Louis. We're supposed to be there at 4. It's 5:30. And then we have dinner reservations at 6:30 for Gritto's on the Hill, which is apparently a very famous Italian restaurant. On the Hill is it the Italian area of St. Louis? I had no idea. I was ignorant to all this. And apparently DiMaggio and somebody else grew up right there or born right there. DiMaggio and somebody else. I forget who else. Wasn't Babe Ruth. Anyway, some other famous person grew up right there. And we had a 3.5 hour dinner, and we hung out with John and Jim from Altolit. You guys have seen John on the show before. And we hung out with Stacy and Jody from the Canning Systems, which I've never heard of Canning Systems before. We were talking at dinner. I said, hey, what do you do? And he goes, well, I have you have lights on your roof, right? Well, yeah. You have lights on your peak? I'm like, well, I do on the roof line, but not on the actual entire peak because you can't do that because it sucks. He goes, that's what I said. So I invented a clip that does that. I'm like, what? So went by his the next day, went by his booth, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like the best clip ever. How have I never heard of this? And I asked him, said, okay, I do a 4 bulb system. I do red, green, blue, and white. You have something for that? And he said, no. I'm like, okay. So he has, if you guys need to decorate your peak and you're tired of these cheap Walmart clips or whatever clips, he's got one that is gone through hurricanes. And there's a hurricane in Florida. And the guy came back to his house and emailed him and said, hey, came back to my house. Storm damage everywhere. Roof stayed on, and the clips didn't move. Because the guy just leaves clips around year-round. And he also has stakes, ground stakes that hold the lights in the straight row. And they are what I would consider mailman proof. And later on the way home, after interviewing him, after spending some time with him at Transworld, him and his wife, I realized I probably came along a little too strong, because when I like a product like the LED Keeper, I brag about it. I don't really have a filter, and I talk a lot. So, Stacy, if you're watching this, I apologize for talking too much. Sorry about that. I was bragging on your product because it's a great product. So, Stacy and his wife and I, we're going to be doing some work together later down the road. So that'll be fun. No real announcement about that. We just kind of batted around the idea of doing something together in a collaboration. So let me show you his video real quick if you guys don't know who he is, because I didn't before I met him. So this is me talking to Stacy. He is the owner of Canning, and he's going to talk. This is just an excerpt. If you're tuning in late, I'm only showing you excerpts of a few videos. I will release a new video every Wednesday and Saturday till I run out of these interviews. And if you're a Patreon member, you get to see additional footage of me conversing with these folks after the video stops. So here is, make sure, yep, Canning. Here we go.
Very special guest with me today, Stacy from Canning Systems.
Canny Systems.
Canning Systems, could you tell the folks who you are and what you do?
Stacy Kennedy, Canny Systems. I am the inventor of a line of light stakes, Christmas light clips, and ridge clips.
So the folks out there that know me, know I love straight lines, and know I do a lot of DIY stuff. You have solved so many problems for lighting folks like me that use AC lights, C9s, C7s, C6 bulbs. Can you tell us about your solution and how that came to be?
Sure. So the ridge clip was my first one. Because I like straight lines, there really wasn't a ridge clip out on the market that I could find that didn't require you to lift up the shingle and stick the clip up under the shingle. I was breaking my shingles. I didn't like that, so I went for a solution. I had my first prototype 3D printed in 2015, and today it's grown. And the Canning Systems Ridge Clip today is the one to go to.
Oh, yeah. So we talked earlier about, and I'll show some video of this. We talked earlier about it. It's impossible. If you have a angled roof to have lights on either side, you have to have it on the peak.
Yeah. So, yeah, like what you've got behind you here, it puts them right at the very peak.
Yeah, he has an awesome product. So in the full video, you'll see of him. I'm most impressed. Well, I think it's hard to say I'm most impressed because his stakes are as game changing as his peak clip. So you have like your peak of your roof, and you'll have a shingle here and a shingle here, and this clip attaches to both, and it takes a tenth of a second to remove if you remove it the right way. Otherwise, it doesn't come off. It won't tear, and it has equal balance on either shingle, so it's not to rip your shingles off. But I actually might say, as cool as that is, and it's cool because I've not seen one like it. I actually like his stakes better. His stakes go. It solves. I kind of he made a joke. I said, these stakes solve the GFCI problem that so many decorators have. Like, hey, it's wet. My GFCI tripped. And he goes, well, the way to solve that is you don't plug them into the GFCI outlet. I'm like, that's true. That's true. But his stakes, you can hit them like my mailman does so many times, but they won't break. My mailman's broken tons of mine. I'm like, that solves that problem. People walk through your yard. It keeps the cord straight, keeps them off the ground, and they won't come off. You yank that bulb out, it's not coming off. There's a special way to remove it. It takes about a tenth of a second. But I don't know. I was very impressed with everything he had. I have not been that impressed with the product since the Light Keeper from Altalit. I just haven't. Full disclosure. But you can also tell, talking about my speakers, you can tell he's a low talker and I'm a high talker. And I was able to isolate both of our voices, kind of change them up a little bit. And what you don't hear is any background talking. I had to adjust the audio in that because so many people were talking behind us. You could not hear him talk. You could hear me kind of. You could hear me okay. You couldn't hear Stacy talk all. That's another great advantage of having those microphones. Just throwing that out there. Let's see here. You don't have a picture of what it looks like. I don't. That's just an excerpt of. I do, but it'll come out. Do I have? Trying to see what do I have scheduled to come out. Maybe I'll make that my next video. I'll have that come out either Wednesday or Saturday. Then I'll put a rush on that to have it come out. Okay, I thought you were talking about a woman. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, his name's Stacy. Talking to Giotano. So yeah, I thought that was cool. So we have 2 more videos left to go today. I thought we had 3. We have 2 more left today, and then in the next live, I'll take other excerpts. I didn't want to have a 2-hour show today about just excerpts of me talking about them. But I'll take the other interviews that I don't get to today, and I'll put those in next week's live, so we can kind of see a little bit of behind the scenes for that too. Okay, so St. Patty's Day is coming up. You guys will do me a favor. I'm curious who out there is decorating for St. Patty's Day. Let me know in the comments real quick. Just all of you right quick, just type in yes or no or whatever. Is anybody doing a St. Patty's Day decoration in your yard or on your house? For me, all I'm doing is I'm talking to my smart speaker, which I've learned that now you can call them smart speakers instead of the Alexa. So I'm not always setting off your guys' smart speaker. So I tell my smart speaker, hey, turn all the lights green. And then it does. So that's all I'm doing. But I'm curious if any of you guys, if you watch this later, you're not live, but even if you watch it later, leave a comment. Let me know if you're decorating. And the reason why I want to know why is twofold. One, an idea. And secondly, I want pictures. Send me your photos of any holiday you do to christmasOnCrestline@gmail.com, and that will get you entered into next year's Fan Appreciation Awards. This last one was the first one I've had where I didn't have a St. Patty's Day or a Valentine's entrance. Scott P., who used to be a regular commenter, I haven't heard from in probably 2 years, used to send me some every single holiday. Postal Chick, who I haven't heard from in about a year, used to send me something for every single holiday. So if you guys are doing something, send me photos or send me videos. I just asked that it be horizontal and not vertical, so it's easier for edit. Did you just changing my Nova Stella smartphone? Nice. Same here. Rob is not. Okay. Did you say who? Drink your same. Well played, sir. You know what? Cheers to you. If anybody wants to know how to make, so this right here from the South for St. Patty's Day is it's a slushy. It's just melted, but it is a slushy. I just released a video on that one today on our other channel, but it's got sherbet ice cream in it, Sprite, and lime concentrate, which I didn't even know existed. And so like, hey, I want to make a lime drink, and like, oh, lime concentrate, that's an actual thing. And then food coloring. So yeah, if anybody, I wanted to do something. It's called a fizz. Anytime you take a carbonated beverage and you mix it with a citric juice, they call it a fizz. So I've never made a fizz in the slushy machine. I'm like, yeah, I'll try one out. I just got the Christmas lights down, so no. Fair enough. No, I just made earrings and bracelets. Nice. That's very cool. I like that. That's cool. Well done, you. I like my wife likes, I don't wear earrings. My wife likes holiday themed, especially Christmas. She's the kind of gal who'll do Black Friday shopping with the bells for earrings. I'm like, how does that not get annoying to you? Your ears are right there. She likes it. So, okay. So, and then talking about holidays here. So 4th of July. Talk about 4th of July real quick. Memorial Day, Veterans Day. Does anybody really decorate for President's Day? They don't, but we'll throw President's Day in there. So you have all of our patriotic holidays. And I take my Nova Stella lights and I make them red, white, and blue, and all is right with the world. Garage Celebrations sent me a flag to cover my garage door. And it's awesome. And I thought they coming out with a new system. I thought this was going to be part of the new zipper system. It's not. It's the old zipper system. But I got a video coming on about that. Probably come out in the next 2 weeks. It'll be a Saturday video. If I get it done today, it's going to come out next Saturday because I want to get it out. Memorial Day is not terribly far away. But if you're someone who has a flagpole or someone who, if you have a flag, I fly the flag year round. And I usually only take it down for videos just because it blocks lights. That's why I have flag year round. And I'm going to tell you, the garage celebrations flag is freaking awesome. So I'll have a video about that coming out very quickly. But if you're someone who needs to decorate for a national theme day and you don't have one, or my mom ordered one. She lives in an apartment. She has a row of garages, and she is now the only one who has a garage celebration banner on her apartment. I'm like, that's brilliant because you can't really fly a flag in an apartment, but you can on your garage door. So that's pretty cool. Easter. Would love a garage coverage for my Independence Day display. Did you have a discount code for us? I believe I do. I'm gonna have to double check. I know I had one for last Christmas. I don't know if I have one for my boy's coming down. You want to say hi, boy? Do not. Okay, don't start the dryer, please. If that's what you're doing. If you're getting ready to do laundry, don't do laundry. So my boy, fun fact, had a powerlifting competition this last Saturday. That's why I didn't do a live Saturday. He did a 205 clean. 205 bench press. He weighs 160 pounds. 205 bench press. What was it? 325 squat. 315 squat. What was your clean? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for being part of the show, Jack. Strong guy. I have no idea what I was talking about because he came down and interrupted me. Good job, son. You're welcome. Love you. Yeah, we had garage celebrations. I don't know if I know I had a discount code for Christmas. I don't know if I have one now. I'll have to double check, but it'll be in the video's description. Yeah. I fly my flag day 40. Oh, nice. We have a telescoping flagpole that we get out for tailgates, and we do the Chiefs flag. We do the American flag, and then I have just a normal. You guys, I'm sure, have seen it in videos before. I don't always remember to take it down. I want to say, Kurt, that I think I have a 10% discount for that one. I'm normally pretty good about getting a discount code for folks. Okay, so I'm gonna show 2 more videos, and then you and I are gonna discuss the one thing Transworld does not have, and they suck for not having it. Cannot believe it. I want to say that I wasn't angry, disappointed, and a little angry. I don't know. You guys, I'll tell you here in a second. So the next video is something you can get on Amazon year round. This I thought was ingenious. I don't know that I would use it. I can certainly see a use for it, but I have so many RGB lights anyway. I don't think I'd ever use this, but I wanted to. Here's an excerpt of this gentleman who much like many people at Transworld, had an idea, got a prototype, and took it to market. Is that how you say that? Where's the video at? It is where's the video at? Did I not load it? Yeah, here it is. Okay, this is only 40 seconds long, just a little short excerpt.
So one problem I see that this solves and fills a need for is I do a lot of flood lighting, I do a lot of security lighting videos, and the white lights, or some come in RGB, but some people don't want RGB, they just want light. But there comes a time to decorate with color from time to time. There you go. It could be Easter, which is an incredibly difficult holiday to decorate for. These kind of have a pastel tint and would solve that problem.
Absolutely.
So who is your average customer?
My average customer is the average day consumer. Someone that doesn't want to go through the hustle and bustle of changing out the lights.
Yep.
Or somebody that just wants something simple. Or someone like my dad that's not tech savvy.
There you go. Yeah. Now, what is the lifespan of these things? Do they last 4 years? Do they last 6 months? Yep. What?
All right, that was Junior and Senior there. Junior invented the product, and Senior, that's his dad there, supporting him. So that's available on Amazon. We'll have that video come out, and it's for floodlights, and it's for light bulbs that are white. And you don't want to spend the money on RGB stuff because you don't care about RGB stuff. You want your lights white and bright. And he designed a thing that you could put over your bulb or over your garden, your accent lighting, to change colors. and we talked off camera. I actually might have recorded that. If I did, it'll be part of Patreon. About how his stuff is perfect for Easter, because Easter's a difficult one to decorate for. But some of his like his pinks will come, or his reds will come out pink depending on the lights. It's pastel color, so he does the 7 primary colors. As far as I know, could be more on his website or on the Amazon page. I don't know, but I thought it was clever. So you had somebody like, hey, this product doesn't exist. I want it to exist, and he made it exist. I thought that was neat. So last video here for today is one that I think you guys can all get behind. That's how you would make big money, Charlie. You need to design something. I know it. I know it. I do. I don't know what that is. We all have that epiphany moment, right? Like, I should have, like the canning system. Like, that's such a simple design. That's so ingenious. But he's got patents on everything. Wisely, well done, you, Stacy. Like, I should have thought of it. Did it. Read my mind. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So Steve's bringing it up. Not a single freaking projection mapping company or booth at Transworld. They have over 700 booths there. You'd think one, since in its entire genre, it's a whole genre, people. You have your pixel lights, you have your AC lights, you have your incandescent lights, and you have your projection mapping. It's only the 4 things that you and I can do for a holiday. They didn't have one. And here's why I was so disappointed in it. My goal was to have projection mapping a show for St. Patty's Day on my house. That way I can have the basics of it down. It's been 2 years since I've taken it seriously. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to wait for Transworld, because I know I'm going to drop $1,000 on some product or some system, and then I get to Transworld and it's going to be cheaper, or it's going to be on pre-sale and it's going to be better than what I already had. So I didn't do it. They didn't have a single one there. I was talking to David from Learn Christmas Lighting. I said, where's all the projection mapping people? He goes, you know what? I had one on I didn't go last year. David said he had the guy that was in a booth behind him last year was projection mapping. Didn't sell anything. So this year he said, screw it, and did something over in the Halloween area, which the Halloween area is 19 times bigger than the Christmas area there. It's humongous. So I'm like, all right. So Gene and I, my wife, scoured the Halloween area. No projection mappings. So I went and asked, hey, is there any projection mapping people here this year? What? No, there's not. So it's March 11th at the time of this live stream today, and I haven't done anything. I'm like, So I got to knock out a bunch of videos editing wise. I got to film some. I have some companies that have hired me to do their product pages on Amazon. So I got to get all that done. And I'm hoping here in 2 weeks, I got everything loaded up. Don't have anything to do but come and chat with you on live streams on Mondays. And I can have the time to focus on projection mapping. And hopefully I can get something up for maybe Memorial Day. Or 4th of July. Probably might as well do something for National Pride Day, National Patriotic. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm hoping. I cannot believe that I haven't seen one. So Steve, yes, read my mind. Mapping. There is a new projection mapping company that I knew I would have bet money, and I would have lost. I would have bet money that they would have been there. They have this new system, and I don't remember the name of the company, or I tell you. But you put the projector in front of your house, and for the purpose of this story, you hit the scan button, and it, using AI, scans your house for you. You don't have to draw it like I'm going to do. It scans your house for you. It captures, it recognizes depth, it recognizes shadow and dark spaces, it does all that for you just by hitting a button, and you're done. I will be hand drawing all that because that's what I know. I thought for certain they'd be there. And like I did look at the machine when I saw the video for them, and I want to say it's $6,000 for the one projector AI machine. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spend that kind of cash. But maybe they're there, and maybe they're like, it's half off for a pre-sale, and maybe they're like, hey, if you do a video for it, we'll give you an additional half off. So it's half off, a half off. I'm like, I'll drop 1,500 on it. Didn't happen. Weren't even there. How do you not be there? But yes, I'm hoping that they'll be at the expo, which is mostly pixel lights. Not really my thing, but I've never been to the expo, so I want to go to the expo. Everybody at Transworld who's been to the expo says it's a lot smaller. Expo is the biggest one in the nation. And I was talking to John and Jim of Altalit. They went to the Frankfurt, the largest one in the world is in Frankfurt, Germany every year at Christmas World, I believe they call it. And he said, Expo, it used to be you go to Frankfurt, you see all these amazing things, and you come to America to the Expo and to the Transworld, and you're like, what do we do? What? We're not even trying here, guys. But John and Jim are saying that Transworld is now maybe just one step below Frankfurt's convention. I thought that was cool. And a lot less of a reason for me to spend the money and go to Frankfurt, Germany, which is something I've always wanted to do for that event. I've been to Frankfurt before, but for that event, can be pretty cool. Can they make a button you hit and all of your Christmas lights? That would be awesome. You're not far off. I said, I've always said, get my first emergency room visit, and I'll start double thinking things. And I don't have my tree. That tree, I just can't stress enough how much I use that tree. So maybe, perhaps. Yeah, no mapping in the flag. So last video I'll show you here is of a brand we all know. And this video is 94 seconds long. A little snippet. Twinkly. Met with Richard again at Twinkly. And I said, hey, Richard, I haven't seen you in 3 years. What's changed with Twinkly? And he says everything. So he was talking about how Twinkly came out as a way for pre-lit trees just to kind of do your own thing. And he says they do everything now. So a little excerpt of my interview with Richard from Twinkly.
Back at Transworld again with Richard. Thanks so much for coming on the show again.
Good to be here, man.
It's been a couple years since we talked. What's changed in Twinkly? What's going on?
There's been a huge shift the last couple of years for us. We've gone from just sort of selling these pro-level Christmas string lights and saying, here, go put it on your stuff.
Right.
And we've started creating more complete solutions. And so what you're seeing around our booth today are things that are already built for you. I can take this and I can put it there. This tree, pre-lit letters, photo booth stations, all these sort of pre-made objects to make the customer's life a lot easier, whether it's a theme park or a township or whatever the case is. So instead of saying I need 300 strings of lights and about a month and a half of time to put it up, you can say, you know what, I'll take that, I'll take this and plug it in, save yourself the labor and have the complete solution. So
that is one thing that every Twinkly customer I've run across brags about is it's plug and play. Look at what I can do, it's awesome. People are starting to win their neighborhood light show contest with Twinkly lights.
Sure.
What's your favorite part of the Twinkly? Is it the plug and play? Is it what?
You know, it's funny. I've been doing this for about 5 years now, and I still have an absolute blast being in my own home and loading new effects and saying, wow, look at that one on my bushes, or look at that one on my roof. You know, it never gets old. It's an interactive experience. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like you're just putting lights up and saying, wow, that looks like. You're interacting. You're creating you know, these scrolling words and messages to where you're now communicating with your community or with your customers in a way that people typically can't do, you know.
That'd be pretty cool to have as a Tune 2 sign, you know. So yeah, he was very cool. For those that have not seen the video I released Sunday, so today's Monday. So yesterday I interviewed David Peace, the former winner of the Great Christmas Light Fight. He debuted his new tech with this guy. So I released that debut yesterday. And spoiler alert, he agreed to come on the show. So he'll be here for the Christmas July extravaganza, unless there's some weird scheduling conflict, but he had kindly agreed to come on the show. That's one thing I've wanted to have come on the show is a former winner to come on, kind of talk about things. AJ, the casting director for at least I think AJ was there. I know as a casting director was going to be there. We were just there Wednesday and Thursday, and I believe AJ was going to talk on Friday. So one cool thing that they did differently at Transworld this year, I guess it could have started last year. They didn't have it when I was there anyway, in 21, as they have little 1 hour symposiums that are free. You don't have to pay for it. They have so many classes you can pay for. This is one you don't have to pay for. So David Peace unveiled some new tech, and I forget the name of it. But anyway, it's a kiosk that you already have your light show. So Carl, you already got your lights up, and you want to be interactive with your guests. I'm interactive because I have a mural cutout, face cutout. Kids get out of the car, they put their heads in the cutout, they get your picture taken with the body of Santa Claus. Pretty cool. This though is a kiosk that allows the viewer to control your show. You can program things, but as soon as the kiosk is activated, it stops your show. As I understand it, I could be wrong, but it'll stop your pre-programmed show, and they can draw on your house. And he said he understood when he thought of this idea that some people may want to write curse words. So he said you can simply adjust the deterioration rate. So he goes, if they write an F and then they write a U, as soon as they get to the C, the F and the U are gone. So he goes, you can control that. But it lets people, you can do pinwheels on your house and lets them drag the lights on your house in instant time. And I said, okay, you're going to get some jerks out there just going to pound on this screen. Goes, commercial grade, it's not going to break. They're good. It comes with the ground anchors to, or you can put sand in the kiosk. Kiosk is cool. Kiosk is 4,000. Commercial grade, completely immersed, completely interactive. And he just debuted. There is a link in that video to take you to the site. That was super cool. Additional news for you. Let me catch up on comments here real quick. Not a single blow mold company. Not one. That's something else I should have written down and didn't. I cannot believe there was not a blow mold company. Now they did have, and I just didn't have time to get to them. They had inflatables there like I've never seen. If you've watched my live from Transworld, I had a bit of the blow molds in there. 45 feet tall, I think, was the largest one. Yet they said we couldn't bring our larger one here because the ceiling here is too low. That's a football stadium. So if that tells you anything. I didn't have time to interview them, but not a single blow mold company. Not one. I'm okay. So there's another genre that's sorely missing. That was very, very surprising. They're not easy to fix when they go out like pixels. Plan 2 with floodlights I got last year, but auto accident took all the time. Whoa, that sucks, Alan. I'm sorry to hear that. I posted a question in this video. I didn't see it. Oh, in the video, is it weatherproof? Yes. I was trying to think. Weatherproof is a question I asked about my the props that I ordered. But yes, it is weatherproof. I didn't ask about hail, but I did ask about punching. I don't remember if I put that in the video or if I cut that out. But yes, it is waterproof. These inflatables were legit, Dylan. They were legit. It made me think of something I might see at a circus because the plastic was so thick. I saw that. It's on. Yes. It's so cool. That was cool. But so I'm gonna wrap up here in about 5 minutes, but some announcements to make. David Peace isn't the only former Great Christmas Light Fight winner that I interviewed, and he's not the only one that agreed to come on the show. So there is a recent winner I interviewed. I'll have video of that coming out soon, and next week's video I'll have excerpts of that interview. So a winner from the 2023, the most recent Great Christmas Light Fight, interviewed him, and he agreed to come on the show as well. So they're very cool. So we also have some drone footage, that drone video coming out. I'm trying to think who else I interviewed. I interviewed so many people. Few other companies. The drones are probably the neatest. Anyway, so Sounds like a dream convention, which it really is, especially if you're in a haunted house. I have a section of my yard for static display and picture taking. That'd be awesome. Yeah. It was so cool to see in person. If I had a pixel show, that'd probably be on top of my list. If I want interactive, if you want interactive, that is the most interactive you can get. I mean, they control your entire display. One child, it's designed for a child. It's designed for museums and zoos. And if you guys have watched the video, that he kind of says it's kind of not really for residential, but you can use it for residential. Any pixel show. Yeah, that's ridiculous, especially blow modes are starting. They are, and I don't know why they're not there. Maybe they just take up so much space, but then again, doesn't everything? I don't know. So yeah, no mapping, no blow molds. Very limited actually in the inflatables. I thought there'd be a lot more. Tons of DMX. I can't believe that they did not have any blow mold companies, especially that starting. Yeah, I missed one. Yeah. Those are the two. How do you not have blow molds? How do you not have projection mapping? I don't know. But yes, I also need to come up with some sort of invention. Maybe it's an inflatable mapping thing. I don't know. Make sure if you guys watch this later, let me know down in the comments if you're doing a St. Patty's Day display, please, and email me photos and videos if you are. Look for the American flag video to be coming out. Look for a bunch of videos coming out. You guys are gonna get tired of me again, which is great because it's gonna take us. I think I have enough videos to take me right into April. This is mid-March, so yeah, easily mid-April, and then we're gearing right back up to May and June and July. And if you're not thinking about props in May and June and July, it's already March, guys. We already need to be thinking about our next year's display. Yeah, our local zoo this year did some awesome on their Christmas lights displays throughout the zoo and their zoo at night. Yes, ours did too. Ours went with a red pill to grow, blue pill to shrink. Alice in Wonderland did Alice in Wonderland. I couldn't think of that. I was thinking red pill, blue pill, and I was thinking Matrix. I mean, it's not Matrix. It's yeah, that's what it is. Can't make anything. I don't have that kind of talent. It's just about giving it a whirl. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. Join us on Patreon. Join us on Discord. If you're a Patreon member, you're going to see some extra footage. So when I interview somebody, I kind of have a standard interview format. You guys saw several excerpts of that today. But once I realized, hey, the interview's over, now I can just kind of BS with somebody a little bit. Then you start hearing a dialogue. And some of them, I instantly turn that thing off. Yeah. Some of them I left it going for a while. So you guys, Patreon folks, will get to hear all that. Charlie, did you ever ask those garage guys about the question I asked you? That would be I have not. I think I did email them. I haven't heard them back. Audrey, I think, is the gal's name. Yeah, I haven't heard back. So yeah, I did. Yeah. The bonus for a zoo, which is free. Oh, that's awesome. I'm also trying to find some big 5 animals to cool. That'd be awesome. Thanks. Yes, I'll be back. Yeah, should be. I think all my errand running is over. I was going to plan on being out of town this week. I was going to be in Fort Worth, but that got canceled because most every year, we follow the Wichita State Shockers to the season ending of the tournament. Wichita State. This year they're so bad they're going to play and lose on Wednesday. We wouldn't even arrive in town till Thursday. I'm not going to spend the money to not watch them play. I'm not. If I was in college, absolutely, let's go do it. Not in college anymore, so not. So yeah, all my errand running's over for the foreseeable future. So Monday's live like clockwork once again, with the sole exception if I get called into work or something. A lot of DIY stuff to tech stuff. Yeah, going to tech stuff. So yeah, join us on Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, you get to be in the end screen. Got a new end screen. That's the old end screen. I just keep it as background for the live streams. New end screen. If you guys haven't been in a live stream in a while, you're going to see the new stuff here. I like it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the video's description below. Check out the description. There's a lot of links in there. Maybe some of it's useful to your stuff, to yourself. Take 5 seconds and peruse. But yeah, do join us on Discord. Do join us on Patreon. That's about it for me today, guys. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Bye, guys.